What? Show us, quick!
No way, man. Not if you're gonna look at me like that.
No. Come on, guys. Be gentle with the little kid. I mean, he recently saw his hero fall down for the very first time, and we already got quite a lot of info out of him, so cut him some slack.
Here, this is it.
Oh. Well, looking at this, it's still a little hard to say. I'm afraid that it could be anyone in that look. I'm afraid that it could be anyone in that costume. Your opinion, Mr. Wright? I agree, Your Honor. This isn't decisive evidence. I'm sorry. This doesn't look like it's the proof we need. What do you mean by that? Are you just gonna discard that as nothing? Look closer at the picture, man! Look closer! Don't focus on the still samurai. Focus on what is around him. I'll give it back.
Wait, Phoenix.
Mia? What? Well, there you go.
Look at that photo once more. That's it, Phoenix. That photo is all the evidence you need to win this trial.
What? Your Honor, may I see that photo once more, please? Certainly. I don't see why not.
Phoenix, show him. There's a glaring decisive inconsistency with the facts as we know them in that photo.
And damn well there's an inconsistency. Find the inconsistency in the photo. Yeah. Just look at this. There's the S for the studio, and look at this on top right over here. It says 2. Your Honor, look at this. I see a gate. Might I draw your attention to the number on that gate? The number? Yes. Oh, it's hard to see, but it looks like a 2. Clearly not a 1, Your Honor, correct? I believe Mr. Edgeworth sees what I'm getting at. What? That's impossible! Inconceivable! What was this all about? Please explain so that I might be shocked, along with the rest of the court. Yeah, I mean, we don't want our friend, the judge, to be left out here, guys. He wants to be a part of all of this, and go all, what? Order! 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 I'll use the studio guide map. The body was found here, in Studio 1. However, would we see in this photo taken at the time of the murder? It does not say 1 on that gate in the photo. Your Honor, here's the true scene of the crime. Show the judge where the murder took place. Oh yes, it's time to show where the true crime has occurred. At Studio 2! Here, at Studio 2. I see. That would explain the 2 on the gate in the photo. Your Honor, I find it very significant that the murder took place in the Studio 2. Well, that is because the trailer is there, the path was blocked, no film is done. Well, both the first and the second one are things that we should definitely take into account, like that should be brought into attention. Right over here. I'm gonna choose this one. The path was blocked! The path to the trailer was blocked! So we have heard. The path was blocked at 2:15. In other words, the victim went to Studio 2 before that time. Yes, I suppose that will be the case. Remember Mr. Salmonella's testimony? Allow me to remind the court. He said no one in the trailer was guilty because they could not have gone to Studio 1. Yet, in actuality, the reverse was true. Only someone in the trailer could have committed this murder. They were the only ones with access to the scene of the crime, Studio 2! As you may recall, there is a trailer in Studio 2. Now, on that day, a meeting was held in that very trailer. There was a break in the meeting corresponding to the time of death. During that break, Mr. Salmonella and Miss D. Vasquez were outside, eating steak. They were at the scene of the crime! Man, people are getting so excited over here! Order! Order! The defense makes the following claims. The scene of the crime was Studio 2. The person that the security guard, Miss Obag, saw was the victim, Mr. Jack Hammer. Mr. Hammer, for some reason, stole a Steel Samurai costume. Then he went to Studio 2! Oh. Hey, Edgeworth! Finally getting a say in this? This is madness! Jack Hammer is the victim! The victim! Why would he steal a Steel Samurai costume? Are you suggesting he did so to cover up the details of his own murder? Well, no, of course not. Edgeworth, look, the matter of fact is, this photo is telling us the inevitable fact that the Steel Samurai was in Studio 2. And we confirmed that Jack Hammer was inside the Steel Samurai costume, since he was the only victim we know of that day. I mean, while we don't know for what reason he took the costume and left, this clearly needs to be discussed in more detail. Or do you have proof? Give me proof that the victim, Jack Hammer, stole the costume. Proof. Proof that Jack Hammer stole the costume. Fuck yeah. Well, you want proof? I'll give you some proof here. I have proof. You do? You do, Mr. Wright? Now that they're so surprised, suddenly I'm much less confident. Come on! You're on a good roll here, Nick! Don't lose it now! We still have the upper advantage! I think I'm right, though. Here's my proof that Jack Hammer stole the costume. It has to be the sleeping pills! This is it. An empty medicine bottle? I found this on the table in the employee area. The same table where Mr. Hammer and Mr. Powers ate. The label reads, sleeping pills. Sleeping pills? The defendant, Mr. Powers, spent that entire afternoon sleeping. He was drugged by Mr. Hammer. Wait a moment. That bottle does raise some suspicions, yes. But there is no proof that Mr. Hammer used it. Your Honor, I have an idea. Test Powers' blood. Fingerprint the bottle. Oh, heck yeah. Fingerprint the bottle, duh! An idea? Very well, let's hear it. I want to check this bottle for fingerprints. If my claim is true, Mr. Hammer's fingerprints should show up on this bottle. You are losing your edge, Mr. Edgeworth. Once again, you have lost. Whoop! Whoop! I suppose you're right. Very well. The court will take possession of the bottle. Empty bottle given to the judge. This court will suspend proceedings on the current trial for today. Cody Hackins' testimony has revealed new possibilities in this case. In fact, things may have happened very differently than what we previously thought. The steel samurai costume seen by Miss Obag may have been the victim, Jack Hammer. The scene of the crime was not Studio 1. The scene of the crime was not Studio 1, but Studio 2. And those in the chair did have time to commit murder. Mr. Wright? Yes, Your Honor? Your homework is to find the answer to the following question. Why would Mr. Hammer steal the steel samurai costume? Also, who killed him, and why? Find the answers for me by tomorrow. That's a lot of homework. Well, the good news is that we do have the upper advantage on this, Phoenix. Nick. We are on a good roll right now. Mr. Edgeworth. You will need to reconsider your stance in this case. Above all, you will need to reconsider your suspicion of Mr. Willpowers. As you say, Your Honor. This trial will be extended until tomorrow. This is the last extension. Very well. Court is adjourned. Alright. October 19, 2:47 PM. District Court. Defendant lobby number 1. Whew! That was a close one. It would seem that Powers' accusation, countermeasure, protection, and happiness mission was a success today. The was a success. Woohoo!
We are saved by a hair, but that's all that counts. I thought seriously about going home about 3 times during the trial.
Me too. Really? You both seem so confident. Maybe I should take up a career in acting. I was ready to pronounce you dead about 3 times back there. Okay, let's not exaggerate here, Nick. Don't want to... Okay.
Me too.
Dead?
Of course, we're kidding.
Are you sure? No, I wasn't kidding. No, Mr. Powers. We have to go make our final investigation. But I promise you, we'll find the true killer by tomorrow's trial. Right. Thanks. October 19, 3:27 PM. Riding Coal Law offices. That was a close one, huh, Mia? Oh.
Really? Too bad. I'm sorry I missed it.
But Maya! Hey, Maya, what's up?
So, what happened?
Well, I think I got a pretty good idea who did it. Now all I need is a motive and proof.
Wow! Good going, Nick.
Under the initial trial system, tomorrow is the last day we have.
Initial trial? What's that?
That's the new court system they introduced 2 or 3 years ago. They had so many cases in the system, they decided to speed up the whole process.
So, under that system, trials have to end in 3 days?
Yep, pretty much. Well, we have no time to waste. Alright. It's time that we go and do our final investigation, Maya. But first things first, let me just water the plant over here because you don't know how to water plants, Maya! Look at this! You're watering it down, you're watering it so much. You're trying to kill this poor plant! Ugh, when will you ever learn? Actually, hold on, let me see about some other stuff. It's a nice day outside. The hotel across the way is always full of these days. There's the bellboy, happily cleaning the room. Alright. Bellboy is still cleaning the murder room. So let's talk about some stuff, Maya. Actually, we should actually let Maya know what happened. Speed it up a little bit. I don't get it, Maya. Why would Mr. Hammer steal the Steel Samurai costume?
What? You mean Mr. Hammer was wearing the costume?
Yep, you are right. Yeah.
But Mr. Hammer was the victim, Nick. Why would he go through the trouble of stealing it?
And that's what you have to find out. That is what we're gonna have to find out indeed.
What happened with the director's testimony?
Well, it's pretty clear that the producer and the director were both in the trailer.
Huh.
Which means that the killer has to be one of them.
Really? Why?
Because the real scene of the crime was Studio 2, where that trailer is.
What?
Shocking news! Yeah. Was Maya always this excitable? You're asking that as if you don't know her, Nick. Of course she is that excitable. That's the Maya that we know. Oh, have you noticed anything that might help us? Nick, you're asking Maya here. She isn't even aware of half of the stuff that we have learned recently.
I'm gonna see what's going on when Himiya is here. So, no, I haven't noticed anything.
Right.
Maybe you should go talk to WP?
WP. Powers, right. Alright, well, I guess so. It's time to get a move on. To the detention center first. Talk to Mr. Will Powers first. Hey, what's up, Powers? Pachm was a success. Mr. Wright, you did very well again today. Thank you. Oh. Thanks. Could you not look like you're about to burst into tears?
Wow, Nick, you must have really wowed them in there.
You can stop looking so vulnerable too.
Hey, WP! Only one day left. Let's make it count.
Yes. Though there's not really anything I can do to help.
I'm not really sure what I can do either.
Please, this is no laughing matter. Eh. Well, we gotta remain optimistic about this. We are pretty close to finding the absolute truth. Well, can you tell us about the producer, about the director, about Hammer? Can you tell us something about their history? Could you tell me more about Mrs. Vasquez? Oh, the producer? She's well respected in the industry. They say she's a genius.
A genius?
She's been at Global Studios for 5 years now. Right or wrong, nobody dares tell her different these days. Why is that? Ever since she came on board, we've had nothing but hits. Global Studios was on its knees, but she picked it up and made it shine. Oh, and...
And what?
Nothing. Forget it. Well? I've only heard rumors, anyhow. Will, come on. You gotta tell us. Everything that you know, everything that you have heard of. Don't keep anything a secret from us, because you have already did that a couple of times. Can you tell me anything about Mr. Manila? Oh, he used to be a minor straight-to-video director. But something in his work caught Vasquez's eye. I have no idea what. She brought the Steel Samurai idea to him. Now everyone knows the name Salmonella. I hear he's pretty much at her beck and call, though. Whenever she says jump, he asks how high and all that. I can imagine him being at her beck and call, though I cannot imagine him jumping. Yeah. I can picture so many things when it comes to Salmonella. About Mr. Hammer?
I was wondering about Mr. Hammer. He was a big star back in the day, right? But then he just dropped on the face of the earth.
Oh, yes, you're right. In fact, he was my role model when I started in this business. But he just stopped taking on big roles. That's when he began appearing in little productions at Global Studios.
How could he do that? I was really looking forward to a sequel to Samurai Summer.
Oh yeah, Samurai Summer. He just gave up being a star 5 years ago. Actually, now that I think about it, that was right when Miss Vasquez came to Global. Huh. Is that so? 5 years ago. The time when Mr. Hammer stopped being a big star was also the time when Vasquez came to Global, huh? Very interesting. Very interesting indeed. Can I present you this badge? Excuse me. Thank you for showing me that, whatever it is. I wish I could think of some way for me to help you. Sorry. Okay, what about Path to Glory? Have you seen this, Mr. Powers? What's that? I've never seen these steel samurais in my life. These are the steel samurais that appear at live shows. A fanboy collected all of these pictures himself. Seeing things like this really makes me think. I mean so much to these kids, you know. Oh yes. You are damn right, Will Powers. You are damn right. About the samurai spear? Regarding the murder weapon. Yes? Is it heavy, that spear? It's pretty hefty, yeah. I don't think an average person would be able to swing it around effectively.
And that's the spear that broke or something during the morning run through?
Oh yes. I goofed on a round kick. You see. I broke the spear. The security lady fixed it for me right away though.
With duct tape, we heard.
So we have heard as well. I guess that's pretty much it. Well, Powers. Now we're gonna go to Global Studios for one last time. So, stay strong, man. Miss Oldbag! Hey, what's up, Oldbag? October 19, Global Studios main gate. Oh man, I was kind of expecting a whippersnapper in like the first 2 lines or so, but phew. Oldbag, are you feeling okay?
No, I make sure he's quiet today.
Sure is quiet. I mean, we're like right here and she's not telling us anything.
You know, this place is really peaceful like this.
Okay, now you're scaring me. Oldbag?
Nick? I think our guard's down.
Yeah?
I bet we could even eat those donuts in the guard station, if you wanted. You eat, you die. She's alive!
Oh yeah. Yay, Oldbag! She's still alive. Okay. Well, in that case, can you tell us some stuff about the producer and the director? I was wondering about Dee Vasquez, the producer.
Oh, the studio bigwigs love her. So she always gets her way.
She seems bitter.
Do you not like the producer? Look, the studio people don't want me talking about her, so sorry.
Could it be that you had some conflict with the producer and the director because you mentioned their names at the trial? I mean, I do have to apologize for that, Oldbag, but we did need to know about this stuff. Also, you are the one who told about them as payback for you being silent because of them. So, Can I ask you about Salmonella, the director?
So? Oh, he's soft. A poo pushover. Does whatever Vasquez tells him to. She treats him like dirt, but I think he likes it.
Yeah, typical.
Huh? Why would anyone like being treated like dirt? That doesn't make any sense, doesn't it?
No, it doesn't, Mile. Okay, about Hammer. About Mr. Hammer. Hey, there you go.
I heard about what you said today. Cheeky whippersnapper! Poor old Hammer. You drag his star down from the sky and stop on it. Calling him a criminal. A thief! I won't forget this!
Oh, she's very pissed this time.
You listen to me, whippersnapper. My poor old Hammer would never do such a thing. Why would he steal Powers' costume so he could sneak by me? He would never stop so low. It's impossible! Inconceivable!
Okay. Okay, well, nice talking to you, Miss Allbag. Let's go to employee area. See you later. October 19, Global Studios, employee area.
I guess they're not filming today either. I did want to see them filming, just one time.
And this show will be over and done by tomorrow. You can come see them film later.
I guess. This is where you found that bottle of sleeping pills, right?
Mm-hmm.
I wonder if there's any other clues lying around.
Yeah! No touch it! Hey, Gumshoe!
Eek!
Oh, sorry, pal. Didn't mean to frighten you. Man, you can be quite threatening when people are touching your investigation area.
Didn't mean? I almost had a heart attack.
I guess I can be a little dramatic at times. I suppose it's the actor in me. Dramatic indeed. Dramatique indeed. Anyway, I'm here to examine the plate on that table. Wait, are you looking for sleeping pills? Yeah, pal. Traces thereof. Okay, well, good for you to do that. Can we talk about some stuff while you're investigating this? About the plate?
So are you looking for traces of the sleeping pills? How?
For a thorough examination, I gotta take the plate back to the precinct. But I have the capabilities to make a cursory examination right here. Our science guy gave me some testing solution. This reacts to sleeping pills, see? If there's traces, it'll change color. Ah, sweet deal!
Wow! Neat! I'll detect the Gumshoe. What are you waiting for?
No, everything in due time, pal. Alright, well, let's see. Chances are very high that we're gonna find traces of them. Well, the testing solution on the plate changed color, alright. Alright. So there were sleeping pills on the plate. Looks like it. Sweet! This is gonna be proof enough. About the investigation. How goes your investigation? To tell the truth, it's a real mess, pal. Some people think we should pursue the case we already have against Powers. Really? Wait, by some people, do you mean Mr. Edgeworth? And some people think we should switch suspects.
What do you think, Detective Gumshoe?
Well, pal, I hate to admit it, but I'm not sure I buy the case against Mr. Powers anymore. I feel kind of bad for Mr. Edgeworth, though. Don't be. Just focus on your investigation, pal. Don't focus on having Edgeworth be sad about this. He has his own job and you have yours. Your job is to find out the absolute truth. Not go with whatever Edgeworth is saying. How is Edgeworth doing anyway? Edgeworth is out of control. He was in the waiting room and he crushed this paper cup with hot coffee in it. Whoa. Talk about burns, pal.
Wow! The fury of Edgeworth!
Yeah, crushing paper cups. photographs. Bottles? Say, whatever happened with that empty bottle? Oh, the bottle of sleeping pills? Well, I got some good news for you about that. They found the victim. Jack Hammer's print on the bottle.
Sweet! So that means...
Yep, it sounds like the one who put Powers to sleep was none other than the victim. So I was right. Yep, we were totally right about that, Nick. Alright, well, anything else that we can talk about? Maybe examine the plate ourselves? The remains of the employees' lunch are scattered around. Everyone was probably too shocked to clean up. And there's a T-bone on one of the plates, minus the steak. The gate's still lying here.
Huh, they've seen wisdom at last. They know if they fixed it, I'd just kick it off again.
That poor assistant. That poor assistant indeed. Poor Penny. She should learn not to fuck with Maya. Okay. Well, thank you, Gumshoe, for telling all this. For confirming our ideas in the show. That Hammer was the one who put Will Powers to sleep. We're definitely gonna have to thank you for that, Gumshoe. So, let's go to the dressing room.
Huh, hello.
Oh, Penny.
What are you doing here? Oh, I was just cleaning up the dressing room. I guess WP won't be using it anymore, so... What? What? Why? But WP is innocent! Yes, and I'm really grateful for all you've done. But, this week is the last episode of the Steel Samurai. What? No!
No! You gotta be kidding me. I mean, Jack Hammer is dead. Either the producer or the director or both are gonna get arrested. Global Studios is falling down pretty hard, so... That pretty much blows. Can you tell us more about this? About the last episode?
What do you mean, the last Steel Samurai? I know it's a shock, but nothing can be done to save it now. Whoever really did kill Mr. Hammer also signed the Steel Samurai's death warrant. No! No! Also, I heard that Global Studios is going to change its programming. They're not going to make kids shows anymore. What? Why? I don't know. It's sad, but that's what Global Studios decided.
Oh. God damn it. Well, what are they gonna do now? Like, serious movies? Like, movies? Like, super duper serious movies that we don't care about? Fuck that. We need our kids shows. Why aren't they going to make kids shows anymore?
The studio's bigwigs don't want... the studio bigwigs don't want the Steel Samurai around anymore. They want to forget all this ever happened. They want it quiet, you understand? How can they just do that? What about all the kids who love the Steel Samurai? It's okay. I'm sure the kids will be fine. They'll find a new hero to follow. No! That can't be true! If the program just ends, they'll be heartbroken for sure. Nick, say something!
Yeah. I think evidence, rather than words, is called for here. Here, take a look at this. The Path to Glory.
And this is...
A fan collected all these photographs. And the kids love the Steel Samurai. The show should be cancelled just so some adults can save face. I would think you would understand that better than anyone.
You're right. Okay. Well, what can I do?
Well, for starters, you can tell me something. tell me what it is that Global Studios is so intent on hiding. Tell me about this accident 5 years ago.
Okay.
Alright. Well, tell us. I was wondering if I could ask you about Mr. Hammer.
Yes?
On the day of the murder, he went to Studio 2.
Huh? I thought he went to Studio 1? He stole the Steel Samurai costume too! What?
Penny, shouldn't you tell us about the incident 5 years ago? I mean, we did ask you this, right?
Why would Mr. Hammer do something like that? Oh, I guess the rumor must be true then.
The rumor?
Yeah, Miss Vasquez, that producer, had some kind of hold on Hammer.
A hole, you say?
She had some dirt on him. He'd do anything she said, apparently.
Some dirt? What dirt?
Dirt. You know, bad stuff.
I know what dirt means.
About 5 years ago, they were filming a movie starring Mr. Hammer. They were using the new studio, Studio 2. Some sort of accident happened during the filming. After that, they never used Studio 2 again. They left the film set the way it was too.
The film set? Was that trailer part of the film set then? I see. No wonder that Mr. Hammer lost his fame 5 years ago. At the same time Miss Vasquez came in. They are both connected. Could you tell us what happened 5 years ago?
Well, I can tell you what I've heard. Apparently, 5 years ago, someone died, and it was Hammer's fault.
Someone died?
It was an accident, of course. Anyway, the producer, Miss Vasquez, managed to hush it up.
And that's the dirt she had on Hammer? It sure sounds like it. In order for this accident to not spread, Vasquez helped him. Most definitely at a cost. And thus, we are on the lead to the killer's motive for killing Hammer.
And that's why Mr. Hammer would do anything Miss Vasquez asked him to do. But it was an accident, right?
Why didn't they just make it public?
Well, you know Mr. Hammer was a big star back then. They were afraid about what would happen to his career if word got out.
I see.
You know who knows more about this? Miss Solbag. She was here at the studios back then, you know.
Thanks. We'll try asking her. If she'll talk. Oh, she'll definitely talk. We will make sure of that, Nick. I will definitely make sure of that. So, let's see about going to Miss Solbag and see what she has to say about this. Hey, Gumshoe. Do you have anything else to say about this? Apparently not. Alright, well, I guess so. We'll leave you to investigating this area a little bit more. Detective. Meanwhile, we're just gonna go over here.
What? You're still slicking around. If you like the place so much, why did you take over for me? The old way back doesn't look so good. Everybody's doing their darnest to forget Hammer. Who do you think they made Global Studios what it is today? Hammer! It's all due to Hammer. She's starting to froth at the mouth, Nick.
Oh god. The devil's liquid. Don't look at her, don't look at her.
Maybe we should keep a safe distance?
Yeah, definitely.